Welcome back to my channel today. We explore the value of specific coins. The top 3 most valuable US Abraham wheat penny coins value in today's market. So let's get started. First up, the 1943 Lincoln penny, specifically the one with a D mint mark and, believe it or not, in dirty condition. Now, you might be wondering, why would a penny in such poor condition be worth anything? Well, there's a good reason, and we're diving into it today. Let's start with some quick history. The 1943 Lincoln penny is famous because it was minted during World War II, when the US government switched from copper to steel to conserve resources for the war effort. So while most pennies from the 1940s are copper, the 1943 penny is made of steel with a zinc coating. But here's the kicker: not every 1943 penny was made in steel. Some rare copper 1943 pennies were accidentally struck during this transition, and those are the ones that get huge attention. But today we're focusing on the steel version, minted in Denver, the 1943D. Now you might be thinking, this penny looks dirty and worn out, how can it be worth anything? Well, the truth is, even a penny in rough shape can still have value, especially when it comes to a 1942/50 PA. In today's market, a typical 1943D penny in average circulated condition, which is what we're looking at here, is worth around 20 cents to 30 cents, just slightly above face value. But, and here's the important part, even a coin in dirty or worn condition can see a significant bump in value depending on other factors, such as rarity, collector demand, and its overall historical significance. If you were to clean it up a bit, or if it's in better shape than this one, the value could increase substantially. For example, a well-preserved 1943D penny could fetch anywhere from $1 to $3 or more, depending on its grade. For higher-graded coins, and if you're lucky enough to find a near-mint example, prices can climb even higher. We're talking $10 to $20 for mid-grade coins, and if it's graded as MS65 or higher, the price can easily exceed $100. So, what about a penny like this, in dirty condition? The key point here is that even low-grade examples can still be valuable in certain contexts. Coins like these are valuable because of their historical significance. And, who knows, if you come across one of these in your change jar, you might just have a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Before you go digging through your coin collection, make sure you know how to spot the mint mark and confirm it's a 1943D. The D mint mark is located just below the date on the obverse side of the coin. It's important to note that a clean 1943D penny could fetch much more than one that's heavily tarnished or corroded. To sum it up, even a dirty, worn 1943D penny can have value. If you're lucky enough to find one, it could be worth anywhere from 20 cents to a few dollars. But if it's in better shape, you might be looking at a nice little profit. Always remember to check your pocket change. You never know what hidden gems are out there. Next up, the 1943 Lincoln steel penny, and specifically the one with no mint mark. What's it worth today, in normal condition? Now, if you're a coin collector, you've probably heard of the 1943 penny, but there's a catch with this one. It's made of steel, not the usual copper. Why? Well, during World War II, the US government needed copper for the war effort, so they switched to a steel planchet for 1 year only. But here's the twist. While you may find some pennies with a mint mark, today we're focusing on the ones with no mint mark. So why does the 1943 penny with no mint mark stand out? Well, in 1943, coins were minted at 3 different US mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Denver and San Francisco mint marks are usually stamped onto pennies, but the ones produced at the Philadelphia mint didn't have a mint mark at all. The 1943 penny without a mint mark is often referred to as the Philadelphia issue. Most of these coins were made in the millions, but due to their historical significance and scarcity of high-quality examples, these steel pennies still have some value, even in normal, circulated condition. Now, what is this coin worth today in normal condition? Well, here's the thing. A typical 1943 steel penny in average circulated condition can fetch anywhere from 15 cents to 50 cents. That's a small premium over its face value, but not huge. especially for a coin that's nearly 80 years old. However, if the coin is in better than average condition, say with minimal wear and still showing clear details, the value could increase to around $1 to $3. That's because, while the 1943 steel penny without a mint mark is not super rare, collectors still appreciate finding one that's well preserved. For coins in higher grade condition, like those graded MS63 or better, you could be looking at values of $10 to $30. In fact, if you're lucky enough to find a nearly perfect one, it might be worth even more. Coins that have been professionally graded and given a higher quality rating could even fetch upwards of $50 to $100, but keep in mind, finding a high-grade 1943 steel penny without a mint mark is quite rare. So, what should you look for when you're checking your 1943 steel pennies? First, check for wear around the Lincoln portrait and the date. If the coin is heavily worn or corroded, it will likely only be worth a small amount, like the 15 cents to 50 cents range. Also, be on the lookout for any rust or discoloration, since the steel composition of the coin can rust over time. While some collectors might still be interested in a rusty one for historical reasons, rust can significantly reduce the value. If you happen to come across a 1943 steel penny in your collection, it's definitely worth holding onto. Even in normal, worn condition, it's a piece of history, and who knows, with some luck, you might have a higher quality one that could be worth a bit more. To wrap it up, the 1943 steel penny without a mint mark, in normal circulated condition, is worth around 15 cents to 50 cents. But if you've got a cleaner, better preserved example, it could be worth anywhere from $1 to $3, and in excellent condition, even more. So be sure to check your change and your coin collection, as these little historical gems can sometimes surprise you. Next up, the 1943 Lincoln steel penny with the S mint mark. You might be surprised to learn that even in good condition, this penny can be worth quite a bit more than you might think. So let's dive in. Before we talk about value, let's quickly recap the history of the 1943 steel penny. During World War II, the US government switched from copper to steel for pennies to save copper for wartime production. Most 1943 pennies were made of steel, but depending on the mint location, they were struck with different mint marks: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The 1943 penny was minted at the San Francisco Mint, and it's often seen as one of the more desirable of the 1943 steel pennies. While the Philadelphia minting didn't use a mint mark, and the Denver coins have the D, the San Francisco coins have the distinct S mint mark, making them stand out for collectors. Now let's talk about value. You might think, it's just a steel penny, so how much could it really be worth? But the 1943 penny is a little different, especially when it's in good condition. In today's market, the value of a 1943 steel penny in good condition can range from $1.50 to $3. That's because the San Francisco minted coins were produced in lower quantities compared to the Philadelphia coins, and in good condition, they're considered slightly rarer than their counterparts. Let's clarify what good condition means. For a coin to be in good condition, you're looking for clear details but visible wear. On the 1943 steel penny, you should still be able to make out most of the key elements, like Lincoln's portrait, the date, and the S mint mark, even though the coin might have some wear or discoloration. Even in good condition, this 1943 penny is a collector's item. If the coin has minimal rust or stains, it could reduce its value a little, but it still holds more worth than a regular circulated 1943 steel penny from Philadelphia. Of course, the value increases if the coin is in better condition. For example, if you come across a 1943 SC steel penny in fine condition or higher, it could fetch anywhere from $5 to $20, or even more. And if the coin is graded MS63 or higher, meaning it has almost no wear and great details, it could be worth anywhere from $30 to $50, and in mint condition, a 1943 SS steel penny could be worth $100 or more. So, how do you know if your 1943 penny is a genuine 1943 S? The mint mark is right under the date, and it should be a clear S. Be careful of counterfeits, especially if the coin seems too shiny or perfect for its age. They can sometimes be plated or altered to look more valuable. Whether it's a find from your pocket change or something you've inherited, a 1943 WST steel penny is definitely worth keeping safe and checking for condition. In fact, even a worn-out example is a cool piece of history and holds a special place in coin collectors' hearts. So, to sum it up, if you find a 1943 steel penny with the SS mint mark in good condition, it could be worth anywhere from $1.50 to $3. But if it's in better shape, it can easily fetch $10, $20, or even more. And high-grade versions can be worth $50 or beyond. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more coin collecting content. See you, and next time, happy collecting.